Welcome to my channel. This is my first time having this tutorial video, so bear with me. And I know you have your resources, students, but it's up to you if you will continue watching this. Basta, I am here to help you in your journey in Mathematics 10. Welcome to Ma'am Nov's class. By the way, I am Ma'am Nov, and I will try my best to help you, students. Okay? So, are you now ready? Get your pen and notebook, and let us learn together. So, let's have these figures. So, we have triangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle, triangle, and rectangle. What could be the next figure here? That's right, triangle. How about sa baba? We have there, what you call the violet figure. That is a hexagon. And the yellow is called pentagon. So we have hexagon, pentagon, hexagon, pentagon, hexagon, and pentagon. So what could be the next figure here? That's right, hexagon. So, next. Okay, so we have here a diagram. So, may mga Facebook logos. Okay, by the way, this is a project of my student before. We call this sequence diagram. So, we have one Facebook logo, 3 Facebook logos, and 5 Facebook logos. So, how many Facebook logos can be created here sa baba kaya? So, we have 1, 3, and 5. So, ang next is 7. That's right. Galing. Okay? So, we have here data, the number of infected health workers every week in a certain hospital we have. So, we have here, number of weeks is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we have the number of infected health workers, which is denoted by A sub n is 9, 18, 27, and 36. So, sabi dito, sa week 1, there are 9 health workers na infected sa virus. Week 2 naman, there are 18 na. Week 3 naman, there are 27 na. And so on. Okay? So, before discussing the data, okay, let's define first sequence. So, a sequence is a set of numbers which is written in a special order based on a definite rule. So, may rule tayo always if we are talking about sequence. Okay, so, let's have this example. Yung data kanina. Okay, so, 9, 18, 27, and 36. Okay, so we have 9 workers infected for week 1, 18 workers infected for week 2, and so on. Okay, so, sabi dito, sequence daw siya kapag may definite rule. Nag-follow tayo ng definite rule. Okay? So, ano kaya ang definite rule natin dito? Or, ano kaya ang definite rule na nakikita ninyo? Okay, 9, 18, 27, 36. That's right, multiples of 9, no? So, in short, we will just add 9. So, 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 9, 27. 27 plus 9, 36. So, may 9. 9 pala ang kanilang pattern. Okay? So, in short, this definite rule is also called pattern. So, if there is a pattern in a given set of numbers, that is called a sequence. Okay? Always remember, kapag may pattern, it means that is a sequence. So, let's try to go back yung mga examples natin kanina. Okay? So, ito. So, di ba? May pattern. Yeah, triangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle. That's why, nakita natin ano ang next na term, ano ang next na figure. Dito rin, may pattern, di ba? 1, 3, 5. And next logos are 7 Facebook logos. So, all of those are types of or examples of sequences. So, let's have this data. 9, 18, 27, and 36. So, these numbers here are called term. So, each term in the sequence is called a term. Okay? Okay. And the term is denoted, the terms here or this number here, ito, 9, 18, 27, and 36. So, 9 is denoted by a sub 1 here. The first term is, the second term is denoted by a sub 2 here. And so on. Okay? So, the first term in a sequence is denoted as a sub 1. So, sabi ko kanina, diba? The second term is a sub 2. And so on. So, yung term na 9, first term yan siya. And it is denoted by a sub 1. A sub 2, pag second term, a sub 3, and so on. Okay? So, 9 and 36 are called extremes because sila yung mga nasa first term and nasa bandang last term. So, those are called extremes. And means naman yung mga nasa gitna. Okay? So, yan naman. So, ang means natin dito is 18 and 27. Okay? So, let's try to find the next 3 terms of each sequence. 25, 17, and 9. But before we answer, may sequence ba? Sequence ba ito? Yung 25, 17, and 9? Sequence ba? Diba? Pag sequence may pattern. Can you see the pattern here? That's right. Ang pattern here is sasubtract lang tayo ng 8. Okay, so we will subtract 8 from 25. So we have 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. And so on. So we will find the next 3 terms ng sequence na yan. Okay, so we have 9. So 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 minus 8 is, ano kaya? Negative 7. And negative 7 minus 8 is negative 15. Okay, how about this? 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1. What is the pattern here? Okay, so as you can see, no, yung 1, isa positive, ang isa negative, ang isa positive, ang isa negative. Okay, so ang next natin na sagot is 1, positive 1, negative 1, and positive 1. So, later, sa ating mga next lessons, we will discuss this. Bakit ito? Ano ba ang pattern talaga ng example ng letter B? Okay? So, how about 4, 9, 16, and 25? Ano kaya ang pattern? Okay, that's right. Yung mga squares. So, we have 2 squared. Ang sagot is 4. 3 squared naman, ang sagot is 9. 4 squared naman, ang sagot is 16. 5 squared naman, sagot 25. So, 6 squared, ang sagot 36, 49, and 64. Okay? So, ganyan lang yan, class. Very easy, no? Grade 10. Grade 10 math is the easiest math among, I think para sa akin, among junior high school math. Of course, grade 7 given kasi yung introduction sa kanila. Pero i-compare mo siya sa grade 8, grade 9. So, mas madali talaga ang grade 10. So we have two types of sequences. First is called the finite sequence. So we call a sequence finite if it has a last term. And example here, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So may last term tayo eh, 15. So that is called a finite sequence. Now, if the sequence has no last term, meaning walang last term, okay, just like this, 10, 12, 14, 16, and so on. And so on. Tingnan nyo. Kapag may ganyan, ang tawag dyan, 3 dots, yung tawag dyan is ellipsis, it signifies that it will just continue so on and so forth. Okay? So, let's try this example. Analyze if the given sequence is finite or infinite. So, we'll just say if finite or infinite. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Diba kapag finite, may last term, and infinite, walang last term. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. May last term ba? Tama. May last term. Last term is 50. That is why this sequence is called a finite sequence. Next, example. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. And so on. So, may clue na may ellipsis siya. Meaning, it will just continue. So, it is called a infinite sequence. So, next. 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on, and 100. So, ano kaya yan? Finite or infinite? As you can see, may ellipsis. May 3 dots in between. So, is it infinite? No, it is finite. This is called finite sequence. Why? Because there is a last number or a last term. Ang last term natin is 100. Okay, so this is called a finite sequence. Okay, so let's try this. Write the first 5 terms of the sequence whose nth term is a sub n equals 2n plus 1. Okay, so this is our pattern here. A sub n equals 2n plus 1. So we will follow the pattern. So we will get daw yung first 5 terms ng sequence na yan. So of course, our first term, ang n na first term natin is equal to 1. So ang n, we will just the value of n here will be substituted sa pattern or sa formula na binigay. Okay? So we have here a sub n equals 2n plus 1. So, sabi ko kanina, we will just substitute yung value ng 1 dito sa n. So, we have 2 times 1 plus 1. So, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 equals to, ano ang ating a sub 1? A sub 1 natin is 3. Okay. Now, first term pa lang yun we will get the first 5 terms. So, second term natin, what is our n sa second term? That's right, 2. So, we will substitute 2 to the formula. So, we have 2 times 2 plus 1. So, 2 times 2 equals 4 plus 1. Our second term is 5. Okay? Now, next term, a sub 3 or the third term. What is our n sa third term? 3. Very good. So, we will just substitute 3 sa n. So, we have 2 times 3 plus 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is equal to 7. So, our third term is 7. Remember, we will get the first 5 terms. Okay? So, tatlong term pa ang nahanap natin. We will get the fourth term. So, n sa fourth term is 4. So, again, we will again substitute 4 sa ating formula or sa ating general term or sa ating pattern. So, 2 times 4 equals 8 plus 1 equals 9. Okay? So, next, our fifth term. So, ang n ng ating fifth term is 5. So, 2, sige, para sa mga hindi nakasunod. So, 2 times 5, saan galing ang 5? Dito galing ang 5. Ha? Diyan galing. Bakit 5? Because fifth term. So, 2 times 5 plus 1. So, 2 times 5, sagot dyan is, 10 plus 1, bring down lang ang 1, and then 10 plus 1 equals 11. Okay, so we got now the first 5 terms of this pattern or a general term or sequence. So, a sub 1 is 3, a sub 2 is 5, a sub 3 is 7, a sub 4 is 9, a sub 5 is 11. So, the first 5 terms of the sequence a sub n equals 2n plus 1 is 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So, ito naman. What if you are tasked to find the 10th term of the sequence? A sub n equals n minus 3. So, hahanapin yung 10th term. We do not know the first 5 terms. 10th term, diretso na. So, of course, if 10th term, our n is 10. So, substitute lang natin. So, 10 minus 3, very easy, no? 7. So, a sub 10 is equal to 7. So, the 10th term of the sequence is 7. Okay? So, now, ang dali, diba? So, you can try to answer it on your modules or on your module. Now, next tayo. Finding a general term or the nth term of a sequence. So, kanina, hinanap natin yung mga terms ng sequence. Ngayon, we have the terms of the sequence and hahanapin natin ano ang kanyang general term. Ano ang kanyang pattern. Okay? So, I'm sure madali lang ito para sa inyo. Okay? So, we have this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Ano kayang pattern ang nakikita ninyo? 2, 3, 4, and 5. No? Very good. Add lang tayo ng 1. Always lang add ng 1, 'di ba? 1 lang. Ano kaya ang ating pwede masulat sa kanyang general term? So, ano ang i-add ng 1? That's right. Very good. Yung term. So, kapag yung term is 1, plus 1, naging 2. If ang term naman is 2, sa second term natin, 2 plus 1 is 3. If 3 naman, 3 plus 1 is 4, and so on. Okay, very good. So, we got the pattern now. In short, the pattern or the general term is a sub n equals n plus 1. So, kung ano yung n natin, a-add lang tayo ng 1 and that will be our term in the sequence. Okay? So, dito. 25, 50, 75, and 100. So, what could be our pattern here? That's right. So, 25, diba? So, yan o. 25, 25, and 25. Paano yan? N plus 25 na naman. N plus 25. Just like number 1. So, let's try. If n natin is 1, 1 plus 25 is 26. May 26 ba sa term? Sa sequence? Wala, diba? So, hindi n plus 25. Ano kaya? That's right. So, we will multiply 25 sa term niya. So, remember, ang n dito is 1, ang n naman dito is 2, dito naman is 3, and dito naman is 4. So, if we will multiply 25 times 1, ang sagot, 25. If 25 times 2, ang sagot, 50. 25 times 3, ang sagot, 75. 25 times 4, ang sagot is 100. That's right. So, our pattern here is a sub n equals 25 times n. So, diba? It's very easy. Basta, you will just analyze and take time to analyze. Huwag madaliin ang bagay-bagay. Okay? So, number 3. 2, 4, 8, and 16. Yan. Hindi ko pala na-show. Okay? So, 2, 4, 8, and 16. What could be our pattern sa sequence na yan? Ano? 2, 4, 8, and 16. Kaya? Plus 2. So, let's try. Ano? N plus 2. So, kung n natin dito is 1, dito naman is 2, dito naman is 3, dito naman is 4. So, let's try. If n is 1, 1 plus 2, 3. Hindi naman ito 3. 2 naman. Ba? Okay. So, dito naman, second term natin is 2. N ang second term, ang n ang second term natin is 2. So, 2 plus 2 is 4. Very good. Pero dito, 3. Diba? So, dito naman, 3 plus 2 is 5. Wrong na. Wrong na. So, it's not n plus 2. Ano kaya? That's right. Exponent. So, 2. Erase natin kung ano ang kanyang mga n. That's right. So, 2 raised to the power of n. Let's try ha. Let's check. So, 2 raised to the power of 1, ang sagot is 2. 2 raised to the power of 2, ang sagot is 4. 2 raised to the power of 3, ang sagot is 8. 2 raised to the power of 4, ang sagot is 16. That's right. So, our general term in this sequence is a sub n equals 2 raised to the power of n. That's right. Dito naman, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So, what could be our pattern here? Sige daw, try to solve on your notebooks. Okay? Ano kayang pattern dyan? That's right. The pattern here is we will just multiply 2 by the n or by the n ng mga different sequences. So, sabi dyan, 2n. So, let's check. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? So, our general term is a sub n equals 2n. Now, what is the purpose of finding the general term? Kasi what if malalaking numbers? What if you are asked to find the 100th term and then you don't have the general term or the formula? So, iko-continue mo yan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, blah, and so on. Until umabot ka sa 100th term. So, this is the purpose of the pattern or the general term. So, diba, if 100th term, which means our n is 100. And then we will just substitute it here. Equals 2 times 100 equals 200. Imagine if i-continue mo yan until 200. Ang tagal. Okay? So, we have here the use of these general terms. Okay? Okay, how about this? Ano kaya? Okay, that's right. We have n cubed or n raised to the power of 3. Okay, so you can try to answer on your module. I know mas madali na siya ngayon because na-explain na. Okay? Kaysa yung kayo lang self-learned or independent learning ang ginagawa ninyo. But I am proud of you if nasagutan ninyo without any explanation. Of course, may iba naman na medyo nahirapan. That's why I'm here to help you. Okay? So, let's summarize. A sequence is a set of numbers which is written in a special order based on definite rule. So, ano yung another term sa definite rule? We call it pattern. Okay? So, each number in a sequence is called a term. Okay? So, the first and the last terms of the sequence are referred to as extremes, while ang between the first and last terms are called means. Okay? So, a finite sequence is a sequence having the last term or a last term, while an infinite sequence is a sequence that has no last term. And the 3 dots signifies it has no end. Pero, yung example kanina, okay, hindi lahat ng may mga 3 dots, meaning infinite na. Sometimes, yung mga ellipses, nasa in-between. So, pag nasa in-between and may last term tayo, it is called finite sequence. Okay, so, do you know this game? Tower of Hanoi? Okay, so, you can download Tower of Hanoi if you want to play this game, ha? Tower of Hanoi in your mobile, or if you have this Tower of Hanoi, okay, I have different Tower of Hanoi, example of Tower of Hanoi. Okay, yung mga project yan ng mga students ko before. Okay? So, if wala kayong ganito na pwede mahawakan, so pwede rin ito mag-download kayo sa mobile, sa cellphones ninyo. If Android ang cellphone ninyo. I don't know if meron ba yan sa App Store for Apple, for iPhone users. Okay, so, it's up to you if you want to answer, but ito lang, additional activity lang. Number of discs. So, ito yung mga disc. Yan ang mga disc na sinasabi. Okay, by the way, ang rules ng Tower of Hanoi, i-search na lang sa Google. Hindi ko na nilagay dito. Number of disc is denoted as N. So, ito. Number of moves naman. So, ano kaya ang number of moves if 1 disc lang? How many number of moves kaya if 2 discs lang? And so on. And, lastly, we can write the general term relating N and A sub N sa Tower of Hanoi. So, ano kaya? Okay? So, see you in my next video and I hope masagutan ninyo ang general term ng Tower of Hanoi. Study well, students. Good job. And thank you for listening. Goodbye. Stay at home. Help your mother and your father and your family by staying at home para walang ma-spread na virus. So, I hope you guys learned and enjoyed our topic for today. See you next week for my next tutorial video about arithmetic sequence. Bye!